the thing is no one is more sophisticated than Thomas Aquinas.
Do you understand that Thomas Aquinas couldn't even establish that there are laws of logic, let alone that there's causality? So you need to make up your mind whether you want to be a biblical presuppositionalist or you want to be a Thomist.
They're kind of the same thing, really.
No, and I'm sorry, your answer is incorrect.
Darth, what the fuck is going on, right? We're in front of atheists here. If you want to take it on the private server, we could have this conversation. But you're showing weakness.
I'm not showing weakness. I'm simply rebutting you. And if it embarrasses you in front of the atheist, that's not my problem.
Darth, listen to me. There is a war going on between God and people like you.
Right. And when you don't start at square one that the God of the Bible exists, and you know that in virtue of his revelation, when you don't start at square one, you screw your whole attempt to reason.
Yeah, but you could take me to the private server and we can have this
conversation.
This is full of atheists, and now they're going to be like, oh, look at the fucking...
When my kids were little and I would tell them how something was, I would always hear, yeah, but. That's not a rebuttal. So what I'm simply telling you is that you're going to ultimately fail in a Thomistic approach, as you have already done here now.
Yeah, but whether or not I'm going to fail or not is not really the problem. The problem is that this chat is full of atheists.
So you would prefer for me to privately tell you that you failed? Is that it?
Oh, yes, exactly.
Well, if you're going to launch a Thomistic line of reasoning, okay, and you're going to do so with competence, you better be prepared for any interlocutor who's going to stand toe to toe to you and pull the rug out from under you. And I just did.
Yeah, but not everyone has the.
Yeah, but gee, where have I heard that before?
Not everyone has the argumentative sophistication of you, Darth Hawkins. I wasn't expecting some, a heavyweight. I was arguing with GG.
I didn't say that I was sophisticated. Charming.
It is really simple.
Not sophisticated.
Do you guys want to go back to screaming into the mics again, or do you want to try the approach you just got nailed at?
Darth, I love you, but I'm going to turn your volume down a bit just so I can continue this conversation with you.
Everybody loves me, Whitey.
Okay. Anyway, GG.
False. Mighty, when you're not on your home turf and then you're not able to just autistically screech and meme constantly, it seems like you're not as successful.
Is this guy supposed to be a good debater or something?
All right, listen.
They tried to raid Ocean.
Trying to raid our server and send in this is their top debater, and
this is their champion, and he just wet his pants.
Okay, everyone who's trolling, I turned your volume down. GG, if you want to continue this conversation, we can.
Oh shit!
I'm not hearing a rebuttal from you. All I heard from you was 3 times, yeah, but can we talk about this privately? That's not a rebuttal.
I hear Darth mumbling. Darth, let me tell you something.
I was nothing but polite with him. I respectfully disagreed.
Yeah.
And now he's treating me like I treated him badly. I didn't. I just simply disagree with them.
Darth, okay, let's pretend this is a war. Me and you're the general. I'm the soldier on the front lines, kicking the shit out of atheists. And you come in here in front of the enemy and you take one of their guns and you fucking hit me in the head. This is not fucking cool, Darth.
Let me explain something to you, okay? When you do not argue biblically, I consider that faulty. And offering a Thomistic line of reasoning is not offering biblically. So you're not doing it God's way.
Yeah, but.
Yeah,
buddy.
Darth, I love you. Like, I seriously love you. But people like this, they have to be put in their place.
No, please.
All you have to sit there and say, well, there's got to be a prime mover. Okay, fine. But that doesn't establish all the rest of the prerequisites necessary.
Okay.
Me speaking intelligently.
All right, Darth, let's pretend for a second that, we're married and we have kids. If you were to yell, if we got in a disagreement with our kids and we had a clash, you wouldn't want to show that weakness in front of our kids, would you?
That if you're going to be cocky and go into a room full of atheists and think that you're going to be wielding a lightsaber when you're just simply wielding a flashlight, it's not going to do you any good.
Okay, Darth. I turned your volume to 0 now. It was on 30%.
Man, this guy's fragile.
Was on the brain.
Does anyone else want to debate?
Mighty.
Why would someone want to engage with you?
Here I am. I defeated what he said And I was polite to him. I didn't overtalk. I made a little bit of a smart remark. That's true. But the point is, I mean, you better have thick skin when you're in an atheist room. And then he turns my volume down.
I just like why would anybody?
Hey Whitey, hold on a second. Mighty Whitey, whatever the fuck your name is. Darth pretty much approached you in a respectful way, pointed out some problems with how you were approaching this server, and you turned down his volume. Now, why would you approach a fellow Christian like that?
The thing is,
especially in an atheist server.
Yeah, but the thing is he didn't approach his fellow Christian in a Christian way.
He did. He called you out on your argument politely and respectfully.
Like I said, we're in a war of ideas here.
No, I just told you that your Thomistic line of reasoning is not biblical, so it is antithetical to a biblical perspective.
But look at what you did. We've literally two Christians have been arguing for about 20, 15 minutes.
We're going into battle. If we're going into battle, okay, your line of reasoning is like firing a BB gun at a modern tank. Your Thomistic.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did he say that? Oh my god!
Mighty,
that's terrible.
My back with a rocket launcher.
Your Thomistic. Okay. See what you're doing is unbeknownst to you. You are actually arguing in the same principled way as skeptics and atheists do, because you're just simply saying, oh yeah, well there's causality, there's laws of nature, there are laws of logic, and then you reason to God. And then once you eventually reason to God, then you throw away that ladder and recognize that you needed the God of the Bible at square one all along. But in the beginning of your line of reasoning, you don't start with the God of the Bible, which means you don't need him for certain prerequisites. In other words, these prerequisites just exist in order for you to reason that there's an unmoved mover. But how do you establish that these are brute facts? Because the last time I checked, brute facts are mute facts.
That still doesn't detract from it.
No, you see, you're going to invoke a line of reasoning about there must be an unmoved mover. Then you're already starting at square one, that there are certain prerequisites that allow you to think and reason. Now, those prerequisites are going to have to be brute facts, right?
Yeah.
Good. Brute facts or mute facts.
Okay. I agree with you. I'll admit that there was a flaw in my logic. But the flaw in my logic...
Your foundation to reason to God is flawed in the same foundational way that skepticism is flawed when it attempts to reason by anything. You are asserting with the same flawed foundation as skeptics do.
Oh. Whitey, your humility is disgusting.
I'm not being critical of
Gigi, shut the fuck up.
This encounter will actually make you a better thinker.
You're literally spanking me in front of the enemy.
Yeah, Mighty.
Definitely spanking.
I'm pointing out your erroneous reasoning.
Okay.
Yeah, you see,
I was wrong. No. I'll admit that now. But this conversation didn't have to take place in the public space.
Yeah, why do you
Why are you so quiet about PR?
Hold on. What if I had been an atheist? I could have argued with you like an atheist would.
Yeah,
you would still not come out looking good.
Me and you both know that atheists are very, very dumb. They have not thought that.
Okay.
This room's a little bit more thorough than most atheist servers, I would imagine.
It's literally wrecking the shit out of you guys in a debate.
If I may,
then fucking
No, Gistron, we're gonna let these two go at it.
Yeah, Gistron, just kind of let it.
But Mighty, so what you want to do is you want to give me what Van Til says is the blockhouse method. We're gonna conclude that God and the God of the Bible exist by building it block by block. And then when you finally have all those blocks that functions like a ladder, you get to the top and you arrive that the Christian God exists, and you realize that you couldn't have climbed that ladder unless you had started with the Christian God. You see how faulty that reasoning is?
Yeah, I admit my reasoning's faulty, but you know what? This is not the time nor place.
Sure, it is the time and place. You're challenging atheists with a Thomistic argument, and I'm showing you that your Thomistic line of reasoning is a fail foundationally.
Okay.
Now is always the time.
All right, so what do you want to be? What do you want to be? You know, the one man fucking Rambo against all the atheists, and God forbid someone comes to help you. You're
I'm not
a super elitist soldier.
Listen, you're taking this too personally. I'm just trying to explain to you that your methodology is flawed.
Hey, Mighty Whitey, you ever seen The Dark Knight?
Yeah, I have.
See, Darth is Batman, right? And you're coming and you're like dressed up.
I'm trying to be Robin, but he punched me in the back of the head.
No, you're dressed up in a sort of like
people in my in-group disagree. That's terrible.
Mighty Whitey, you're the guys.
Hold on a
second. You're the guys that are dressed up in the Halloween Batman costumes, and you say to Darth, you said, "What makes you able to do it and we can't?" And Darth says to you, "I'm not wearing a hockey mask."
No, hockey pants.
Hockey pants, yeah, it's pants.
By the way, Mighty, there's no Robin in The Dark Knight.
Yeah. All right, I haven't actually seen the movie. You caught me.
So is that your...
If you're gonna come at me, come prepared.
What?